spent the last few days walking all over the island, but more islanders not only don't speak to me, but rarely even look my way. It doesn't seem like they're exactly antagonizing me, but I'm certainly an outsider here. Wait, there was one person. He came at me with obvious intent for harm. Looked troublesome, so I just bolted right there and then. I wonder if we'll meet again. So this is Ty. In the end, Guinness was the only one who greeted me like a friend. Other islanders seemed to ignore him too, so I suppose Colette and Greta are the odd ones out here. I wonder how he coped with that for so many years. He's such a chatterbox, yet nobody gives him the time of day. Normally, I guess he'd... Oh? Okay, so we met her before. Okay, so I'm going to save. Because... Alright, go back. And I'm gonna say... See you off. I'm going to skip. And wait just until I have something new. What? What are you doing out here? Oh, Master. I was looking at the sky. Master. Oh, you were talking with Ignis or something? Yeah, I did. We discussed a whole plethora of things. Well, that's not something you hear every day. Are you sure enjoying that? Is it so surprising? He barely even speaks to me, much less to outsiders. He's untalkative even with you? That's right. He only ever tells me the most vital information. No, actually, I've never even seen anyone on friendly terms with him. He has that aura of... he has that aura of unapproachability. You noticed that? And you approached him nonetheless. I was always the kid who couldn't help empathizing with thrown away puppies. Oh, is that how you see Ignis? So you're saying Ignis is like a dog to you? Well, if I had to pick, I'd say he's more like a wolf. A wolf, huh? You don't like it? About a rabbit. No way. Aren't rabbits supposed to be cute? Well, he might not be exactly cute, but neither is he as placid as he looks. His eyes... What are you doing here anyway? Did you come to visit me? There's no way I'd be doing house calls at this hour. Well, I mean, I was wondering how you were doing. Making a house call at this hour. Sorry for bothering you at such a late hour. Bye. Greta? What? Thank you. And good night. Good night. Are you alright? How do you feel? Don't overdo it. It's alright. You'll get better. So I think this is our character talking about his friend on the other side. Because our friend caught it and died before we developed the disease. We've got nothing to do all alone in the house. I'll come visit every day. We're friends, aren't we? Chester? You repeated this thing so many times I could not get it out of my head. I wonder why. Whenever I go, or wherever I go, I run into kind-hearted people. It truly is. Well, I got that wrong. Beyond vexing. Interesting. I won't give up you here. He was about to cry. Or perhaps he was crying already. I swear. I didn't say I'd trust all to him. For all I know, it would become but a shackle to weigh down his life. As such, I just repeated the same thing, in response to his feelings. Yeah, this is L, and this is us. I stroke the back of the man embracing me with shaking hands. I won't give up, no matter what happens. Elliot! It's alright, Elle. You don't need to waste your time for my sake. I know it myself better than anyone, that no one can avert this. But since you don't give up, I'll save you. I turned into a shackle for you, even though I refused to answer your plea. Well, that's not the sight you see every day. What are you doing here at this hour? How is this related to you? It isn't. But I see you following him everywhere. Okay, so we've seen this already, so I'm gonna skip. Alright, we're going to save. So... and for now, we're gonna go together. Going to save again. And we'll say interesting. Do you mean that you can tell things about me if I don't say anything? Perhaps. Well then, I think we'll excuse ourselves here. Thank you. Not only do you prepare me feasts, but you even bring them to me now. It's alright. That aside, were you alright? Eh? What do you mean? That old man was at your house, wasn't he? We were worried he might have done something to you. I mean, Sis was worried. Yeah, he only came to talk. I suppose there is nothing to be worried about then. Is he someone I should be careful of? Not really. Sis, let's go back. Yeah. See you tomorrow, Chester. See you tomorrow. Oh. He even brought me a cute present. He's a kinder person than myself, at least. Although, I guess not many can understand him here. This is a tale from long ago. It happened 200 years ago, perhaps even before that. There's a time I counted each and every day, when I uttered the names I have lost as though confessing my sins. Whose fault was it in the end, or was it no one's? Without being able to tell that much, I just stood soullessly in the pool of blood. What did I say to that girl plagued by loss and terror? I think this is Greta. But who are we talking about that we're talking to Greta? Not kind words, that much I can remember. In truth, I believe they were sharper and more hurtful than a sword. My pain dissipated with the passage of time, along with my wish to atone. Words later proved the fact. After all, the barrier was my own will's reflection on reality. Interesting. What did I wish to save? I could feel what I thought I had lost crying deep inside me, as if trying to prove it was still there. thought it odd before, but why is no one taking care of this park? You think someone would at least fix the fence if children play here. The city office would get flooded with letters of complaints if this was the mainland. Hmm? What are you doing here? Hello, Gramps. Excuse me, Chester, you're way too informal. Are you friends with that man? Eh? Oh, are you talking about Ignis? An outsider who took over the job from those madmen. You are not planning to do the same, are you? I'm sorry, I'm not sure I understand. Though it doesn't really concern us anymore. Ah. And just like that, he's gone. Madmen? Oh. Interesting. Who could have thought that there would be a cave in a place like this? Ah, right. I think Colette mentioned this place. What? Before. It seems to be pretty bright, all things considered. I guess it's not that deep. Someone's here. You need not be afraid. I just thought to say hello, like a human. Good afternoon, Chester. I am the 29th doll in Virio. You are a doll? Are you the one Ignis was? Yes. It appears my greeting was a success. What have you come here for? There is no one left inside this cave. Left? Ah, I was just taking a walk. She is a doll? I doubt I could tell her from a human girl. Have you heard my name from Ignis? That aside. Yes? When will you die? Just straight to the point. You don't have long, do you? I, the 29th, can hardly wait. Is there something special about my death to you? The color grows thickest as it is about to expire, and it reaches in Virio, traveling to Enigma through us. But you possess multiple hues. Your kind is exceptionally sparse. Not unheard of, but rare. I look forward to the color you shall give birth to. I want it so much I can barely contain myself, but I shall endure it. That way, the hue is most pertinent, or so the bride said. The bride? Yes, Enigma's bride. Enigma's... Wasn't that the name of the forest? Yes, this forest is Enigma. The 29th can explain so that even you can understand. There is a big, big tree in the middle of the forest. That is the boss Enigma. The mayor, elder, mom, dad. Ah. Okay. Yes, that is so. That didn't make as much sense as I would have wished to. Hey, will you answer to my questions? Alright. No one has forbidden Inviria words. Then first, what is beyond this point? A village. A village? Yes. There was a tribe that had protected Enigma, even if it cannot survive completely on its own. They were a family of doll makers, and the best of them made in Virio. But Ignis inherited the technique from one of the family. He is not the real thing, so he tends to produce many failures. But Enigma forgave him, for there is not much left still to color. What happened to that village over there? It died. Died? Yes, the entire tribe was murdered. Except for one. One is still alive. She was close to Enigma, so it protected her. It is is much harder to do at a distance. Even Enigma is not perfect. But then, Chester, I have to be on my way. Eh? Where are you going now? To Enigma. Enigma is worried about you. All I learned travels to Enigma, but to send feelings, I have to come in contact with it directly. As such, I shall go tell it about you now. Let's meet again, Chester. See you around, I suppose. That was probably the most pleasant conversation we've had with her. Why am I here? What? Hello, what's up? Nothing. How about you come inside for starters? I have no business with you today. I will be on my way. But you came all this way. Eh? Wait a second. You came all this way. Because he lives inside the forest, so come on. The wind is pleasant tonight. How about we drop by the beach before you go back? Take a breather together. I love the sound the grass makes as it shuffled by the wind. So, you didn't refuse my suggestion for a walk. Do you have nothing to do as well? Or did you actually come to invite me? I think I just reacted as a normal human. What's that supposed to mean? Well, I'm glad in any case. It's good to have someone you can talk to without being careful about what you say. Do you have to be careful with others? Well, a little bit here and there. Perhaps I wanted to have a conversation. Yeah? A small talk between you and myself. That's cool. Well, let's have one then. It's something about my past. I came to this island with a particular goal in mind. A goal? I just assumed you got lost like the rest of us. What did you do about the barrier? It still wasn't there at the time. About why Enigma is called a man-eating forest. It's the fault of miasma that comes from the central tree. Miasma? We call it the White Forest itself, Enigma, but to be more precise, it's the name of the biggest tree in its center. You could call it the Matrix, the Elder of all the colorless trees, and the miasma it exudes is what consumes men. It's neither something visible, nor can it be measured with science. Its miasma spreads to the body of a human and consumes them from within. As to how exactly it works once inside the body, is that what is happening to us? You know about it better than anyone. So wait, if this is rampant across the world, is this its only source? That I came here to stop the root of my wait. I mean, give me a second. You kind of rendered me speechless. Yeah, I cannot blame you. So you mean it's Enigma to blame that I'm rotting from the inside? Yes. Normally, it can kill anyone from the moment it has infected them. However, all of its victims remain alive for a while, even though the functions of their bodies are all slowly taken away. You are being both kept alive as it consumes you. That way, the hue is most potent. Wow. Wow. It has been going on from the ancient times, but it has only been a decade or so since it spread to the world. I see. The barrier. It was keeping Enigma's miasma inside. The chink in the barrier is growing bigger. The power of its master? His heart has declined? His? It's not Greta? Maybe not. You mean the power of the will? Or something along those lines? I heard that was the most important factor of any magical spell. The barrier grows weaker as its caster loses the goal in its heart for making it. That's one of the reasons the disease spread. Is there another? The color has come closer to the center. It has been hungering for more than ever before. But what about the people living on this island then? They are kept alive. Enigma is the world, nature. It does not wish to destroy mankind. It possesses no emotions to begin with. If anything, it desires coexistence. Although that is an instinct, and not a feeling or thought as we humans understand it. So Miasma leaves the islanders alone. But they still eventually lose their hearts the longer they live, little by little. This is why the kids are fine, but as they grow up, they just kind of lose something. Wow. This is the most eye-opening check. I love this. All they do is survive. They lose the will for anything else. They're being kept alive like livestock, and all their desires are but those that led them to extend such an existence. All of them warped beyond measure. How about the people who come to the island from outside? I suppose it's to keep the population steady. They are lured to the island for their seed. Although, thanks to the barrier, very few actually managed to reach this place. And I was like that too? Wow, I'm sorry, but I think I need some time for this to sink in. I cannot blame you. It would be easy to simply not believe you, but I can tell you're not lying. Can't we fix that barrier somehow? I don't know. Is the caster still alive? Wait, he said there was no barrier when he came. Ignis, are you telling me it was... Because he's slowly losing emotions. Like, that's what's been said in every other track. Let's leave it at that. It is almost time for the sun to set. I ended up talking all by myself. And I couldn't call it small talk either. But I've learned a lot today. It has been a while since I've talked for so long. Are you tired? I'm sorry for making you go through all this for me. No, I feel oddly fulfilled. Wow. What a knowledge dump. Are you... It's nothing. Right, there's something I wish to ask of you. Could I get one more bird? A bird? Oh, the carving. Yeah, I keep it on my windowsill, but it looks really lonely all alone. I'd be really grateful if you can carve him a friend. I'm not sure what I'm capable of doing in return, but I do not need anything in return. Understand? I should prepare one before our next meeting. Yee! Thanks. Anyway, it's almost time for dinner. I don't want to worry Colette and Laurel too much, so I think I'll be on my way. Alright. See you tomorrow. See you tomorrow? It's happening. Again. What is? What is? Ignis. Ignis, what's going on? You're the man with the answers.